Good morning, everyone. Today we're checking out a bit of a longer video from True Green 7 of 4 artists designing gym leaders and our ace Pokemon. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be 2 gym leaders per artist, which would give us a full 8, or if it's just going to be 1 per artist. Either way, let's hop in and check it out. What you got to say, True Green 7?
Hey guys, Ron here, and for years now I've been inviting other artists to help me create some Fakemon under certain conditions and challenges. But recently I realized that Pokemon are only half of the characters in this lovely franchise. Why not stretch our artist muscles and create some human characters as well? So today I invited Vergoliphus, Pointy Hat, and Jinja Ninja, and gave us the challenge to design a gym leader and their ace Pokemon. The rules are that the gym leader has to be unique in some certain way. Visually or lore-wise, they have to be different from any other gym leader in the franchise. And most importantly, they have to represent in some way our favorite character tropes, whether that be a reluctant hero or a wise old mentor. A character trope is simply a recognizable element that we've seen countless times in media and conveys something about these characters. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. Check out the previous episode if you haven't, and look at the description for the links to all these wonderful artists. Now let's do this. But before we begin, I think I can confidently say that all the guests on today's video kind of understand how important it is to create a website of your own. That's why today's sponsor is Squarespace. They help the channel a great deal, so thank you in advance. What we first have to decide is we have to go in a specific order. It'll be in order of how long it was since you last designed a human character. I'll go first. Last time I drew a human was 2 years ago. So Virgo, when was the last time you designed a new human?
This year, a month ago.
A month ago makes sense. June, what about you?
I definitely designed a character the most recently. It's no question. That's all.
Really? Okay. Pointy Eye, what about you?
I feel the same way. I do it for work. So yeah.
Was it within the last week, other than this design?
Yes.
Yes.
How many this week?
How many
Jesus
this week?
Christ! I don't want to bust my sketchbook out.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I choose rock.
I'm on the spot. I'm nervous.
I think since Pointy Hat came up with this idea, he'll go last.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That makes sense.
All right, True Green 7 goes first. I told Virgo, 85% chance mine's gonna be the worst.
Shush.
Stop it.
Oh,
So
come on.
all you need to know is that the region I'm
Rather
developing
be
is
wrong.
relatively small and doesn't have any official gyms, actually. So this is not even a gym leader. I messed up. I didn't do the correct prompt.
Throw the video out.
But instead of official gym leaders, there are actually 8 different gangs which act as like antagonist teams, like like Team Rocket and Plasma, and all of these gangs fight with each other to be the first official gym in the region. So there are 8 gym leaders, they're just not official. All 8 gym leaders are young leaders of their own like antagonist team, each modeled after a different kind of gang. So like one is like a biker gang, one is like a mafia, one is the one that I made.
Like Team Star from Scarlet and Violet, but each of the leaders split from Team Star.
Is the leader of the
Capturing it.
street gang, Team Heat. So this is the logo of Team Heat, I guess.
Oh, it's hot.
Very
And
classic,
the
very
leader
simple.
of Team Heat is the potential gym leader, Samson.
Dude, look at that coat!
Alvin!
Good.
He's just a guy. Like, I totally know that you guys are gonna deliver the most fabulous and flamboyant characters, while mine is he's just a guy.
Look at that coat!
Like,
He's confused about the weather.
He is literally hot. Like, I don't know how we've never had a fire type or potentially fire type gym leader where it's like they can withstand the heat, like they're okay with the heat, so they are wearing, a lot of clothes.
You like sweating?
No, I see
It
it.
is awesome. I love the shape language. I'm so like. It's not like impressed because I'm always impressed. It's another word. It's like
Proud.
Yes.
I mean,
Proud,
he looks
yes, definitely.
fire.
But
Thank you. Thank you. But I immediately read him as like fire type adjacent. You know what I mean? If anything, he looks like kind of like summery. It's like, confused about the weather, kind of like college guy that is like perpetually in shorts, regardless
Yes.
of like
Yes,
if
I
it's snowing
see
outside or not. I like it, and I think that like the shape language is sick. I really like the fluffy neck piece that like kind of like stands out, and it makes like that sort of like flame structure. I think it's cool. He looks great.
Thank you. Like there's smoke patterns on him. It's subconsciously. Do you guys know what the Akatsuki is from Naruto?
Yes,
Oh,
unfortunately,
yeah,
I do. Unfortunately,
You've definitely seen this like pattern or this kind of
The red
thing
cloud.
online, and it makes sense. He's like technically an antagonist, so he's the most respected leader of the 8. Most of the others are afraid of him or simply just like don't mess with him. He's also like a fairly tall dude, but like his jacket makes him look even larger. Like it makes him like
So this guy would be like the 8th person you would want to fight if he's considered to be the most respected.
wide as well. I realize I don't need to list all of his traits because the tropes we picked kind of do all the talking. Oh wait, you guys did the tropes too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, good.
I love the gentle giant trope. That's like one of the main three that he has. There's also the trope called martial pacifist, which is a very like skilled battler who is very kind and good with others, but will go all out when like push comes to shove, and they'll actually showcase their like skill. Underestimated because they're so kind,
Kind of like Hercules Satan from Dragon Ball.
but they're actually incredibly skilled. The trope that ends up being my favorite, like this is like my favorite trope in like most of my favorite characters in all of media end up having this, which is like a combination of more than meets the eye and especially smarter than they look. Like any character that is way smarter than they look is like my favorite character in any like show.
Now that
All
one
the
I
other
like.
teams are way more like militaristic and coordinated, like as you guess, like they all have like their own like uniforms and stuff, but Team Heat doesn't have a uniform because they're all just like a bunch of teens from the street like who wear a signature hat. Like the hat is the only part of the uniform because anybody can
Other
join.
than that,
They
that's
just look
it.
like less of a villainous team than the others because they honestly they look more like just a real life street gang, and I've always wanted just like a real life street gang in Pokemon instead of like flamboyant like over the top villains. Just some guys, like just some guys.
Some dudes.
Even though they look like a street gang, which is, you know, like that's more realistic and more grim, that's just like actual gangs. In reality, they make the least amount of troubles out of any team, and Samson created Team Heat to get the kids off the street and give them a productive outlet in Pokemon battling. So he's like a mentor. What's
Weirdly, you know what? Hold on. I'm sure a lot of y'all out there may have not known this, but there's a comic out there on Webtoons known as Lookism. This reminds me of Hostel. And if you know what I mean, I'm glad you read it as well. If you don't know what I mean, hop on Webtoons, look up Lookism. It's actually really damn good.
going on is that there's level scaling in the game. There's actual level scaling, and that significantly affects how Samson interacts with you. His number one buddy is the fake mon, Royal Loyal.
Aww. He's a guy.
The hole
goes
is
in
his
the
mouth,
name.
where you can see the fire. So he is smiling.
Big smile.
The vent and
smile,
like the
boy.
smokestack or whatever like gives the silhouette of a chef's hat.
Oh.
The mittens.
Yeah. It's a little chef oven, so like it does what you think it would do. Samson provides like hot meals to his team members. That's like why he has Royal Oil. Obviously, other than the fact
Love
that he's
it.
his friend. But since this game has level scaling, if you decide to battle Samson early on in the game, he has Broil Oil and a Scovillain, which is kind of tough for like a first gym leader team. And then once you defeat him, he takes a liking to you and helps you, train a couple of times during the game like a mentor. But if you challenge him towards the middle of the game, he has Broil Oil, Scovillain, and a Toucanon. So I'm like, oh,
Really?
that's not fire type. Well, that's pretty interesting.
I love Toucanon.
But if you
Why
decide to battle
Toucanon?
him 6th or 7th, he has also a Clawitzer.
Also not a fire type.
I'm trying to understand the theme.
Honestly obvious because I technically said it.
Okay, yeah. But where
no.
does Toucanon fall into?
If you battle him later on in the game, he'll be hyped up during the game. Like, oh, like this guy's strong. If you battle him like let's say 7th or 6th, you'll encounter him more like this basically. Like he won't talk to you. He'll barely talk to you. He'll be more intimidating, and like there's actually more of like a hype up because like this guy seems like more aloof. If you battle him 7th or 6th.
That's his
Okay.
turn on the Xbox
Okay.
now. He's mad.
But he slowly loosens up during the battle and goes back to his like previous appearance. But if you decide to battle him last, his Broil Loyal actually evolves. For Jovial.
Oh my god.
Oh.
He looks so scary.
So it's cannons. It wasn't cooking, it was cannons.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
stupid.
All right.
Yeah, cannons. They're all cannons. They all shoot stuff.
Oh, damn. Oh, I didn't get it until they actually just said it. Oh, Lord, I love Pokemon, but damn, I am an idiot sometimes.
I'm the cannon type gym leader.
But here's what's funny. He's the leader of Team Heat. They're all heat-based. So Toucanon, that's his signature thing, his beak blast. It becomes hot and then it shoots a blast. Clawitzer is a pistol shrimp. It shoots, pressurized water. That is very hot. So I want in my region to not have like fire or water. I want a theme that could be adjacent to the type. If you battle them in the beginning of the game, it looks like they just have a team of a specific type, but then it fleshes out as you if you battle them later. That's why the Forjovial line actually
Nice.
goes from like an oven to a cannon, because it represents like humanity's evolution of weapons and like their like humanity's propensity to convert what was once innocent, like a cooking fire, into a weapon of destruction, right?
Oh, yeah.
But the point is that Samson is probably the purest of all the team leaders, and therefore he's the only one who wouldn't abuse the power that he wields and is like incredibly responsible. Only for if you battle him 8th, when he sends out his final Pokemon, he will finally go all out.
Hey, look, he has a beard. Huh, it looks good on him.
act and actually like show you his face and like, you know, he won't hold back and, you know, just finally has fun. A slight reveal, he's just a guy again. Like, I'm sure yours will.
Also, with the white thing around him, almost looks like he has a mane.
I'll have way more
Like
like
a lion
fabulous
or
hair
something.
and like, and clothes and stuff.
No, it looks sick.
The last thing is sketches. Like, you know, this was like I was on the plane sketching this guy on the way to a cruise.
Oh, I love the
I
one on the
love it.
left.
It's
Yeah, it's
good.
such a defined concept from the beginning. Like, that's cool to see.
I really am a big fan of the smoke effect on the jacket. Looks really good.
Yeah, and there
Yeah,
was
me
a lot
too.
of like that was a lot of experimenting. Like originally it was gonna be like a flame, you know, like the classic just flame pattern. Mm-hmm. And then, but I personally love the like the fluff on the neck that looks like fire. I guess.
Yeah,
Like
I think that's my
silhouette.
favorite
It
bit.
does.
Like for years I had that concept.
Your whole life has been leading to this collab.
Exactly. Like I was very happy when Pointy Hat came up with the idea.
It doesn't happen often, so I was happy that it happened to me.
True.
Yeah. What do you mean true?
Yeah, the color scheme is amazing. The shape language, it's perfect for like animation. It's just all around a really
now I wanna
really
play
solid
Pokemon.
and really like it fits in with the
Now's
world of
not the
Pokemon.
time.
He fits in with the world of Pokemon.
He reads Pokemon. I think that you could show this to someone and they could guess the franchise that he belongs in, I think.
The nice
yeah.
thing about this collab is I feel like unlike the actual Pokemon in the series, the trainers are like constantly being done in different art styles, so it's very forgiving.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I also think that it will be so much
The art for the humans is constantly changing, like you said. It's like only the Pokemon are really stay the same.
better if gyms
With
were not
updates.
type themed. I'm so tired. I'm so
Yeah, of
done.
course,
It's,
yeah, it's like-
it's so boring to me at this point. And then I remember people complaining about Alola. I was like, no, don't. It's the only like, no, please. It's the right choice. But yeah,
Same.
I like that he's like explosion theme or like projectile theme. I think that's so sick. I literally.
cannon.
I guess some details. He has two patches on him. One's just a smiley face. One's like
An atomic bomb.
a mushroom cloud. Like I designed that before I designed the Pokemon, and it ended up representing both the evolutions. So the smiley face would be the oven, and then the explosion would be the evolved form. Keep in mind that the evolved form for Jovial, his head rotates. Like it's like like 360.
I can see that. I can totally
Yeah.
see that.
Oh.
I can see how it moves around.
It
thought
technically
as
is
much.
just the head of Royal Oil rotated like 90 degrees. If you look at it.
Oh. Wow. Crazy how nature make that.
I guess it's Virgo's turn.
Good.
All right, here we go. Second Ultra.
I was thinking to myself, how do I want to like depict this like specific trainer and the specific Pokemon? And so I just thought about, hey, well, I like Okapis. I love how dynamic they are. I like their patterns, the way they look. I
They're all
love
The way they smell, the way they taste.
I like their little like booties, like their booty shorts. That it's just my favorite part about like the Okapi is just their zebra booty shorts. It's just the funniest thing to me. I
It
like
is
a
a
lot
little
of color and I like a lot of art.
Oh,
I like these things, these alebrijes from
Yeah, the
Mexico.
alebrije,
But I
yeah.
didn't go too hard into this because this is not a South American animal. It is from the Congo. It is from the African continent. It finally
Ooh,
hit me when
that's
I
good.
came up with. Get ready to groan. Okapi paste.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, that's good. That's good.
Ah!
Okay. Hello.
copy
Beautiful.
paste. Oh my god.
Oh
that's
my god,
hilarious.
it just got it. It's copy paste.
So
Yes.
it is a dark ghost type because it is the ghost of the Congo forest. It is something that is somewhat of a mirage. It likes to, as the Dex entry says, it likes to live under the canopy of a rainforest, of a dense rainforest. It actually wears its shadow on its body. So let me just show you the shiny real quick.
What?
You think, oh, this looks like a pretty regular Okapi, right?
Is the shadow gonna come off and like be another thing? It's like is the shadow like it uses the shadow to attack.
This is the concept art page
Oh my
for
God.
Okapi Paste.
Oh, look at that.
And as you can see, I
Oh
also
my
took
God.
inspiration from Girafarig.
Giraffe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice
not-
that was a tail for a second.
is
I'm like,
good.
what?
Not just any Girafarig, but Beta Girafarig.
Yeah, the one with the full
Oh
face.
yeah.
Yeah. Holy
What?
I just love like this is a crazy. I love this concept. This would be like top 10 Pokemon of mine.
Also,
Oh, yeah,
that's
I like
Inkkalf. Or Inkkalf. I don't know.
She's so cute.
Okapi Paste is from the African continent, probably in a country that is similar to the Congo. This gym leader is in Southern Kalos, which is a kind of a personal thing. It's not really like a project, it's just kind of like a personal set of like headcanons, because I already have this thing going on called Palmier Academy or Apple Tree Academy. And these
Apple Tree
are
Academy.
two students that go there. If you know, you know. But
The audience does not know. You have to tell them.
It looks familiar, but I can't tell.
I know.
they
I
can
guess so.
figure it out on their own. And they both live in Southern Kalos, which
No,
is
I
something
would
that
need
we
a hint.
haven't really seen before. And Southern Kalos borders on the Mediterranean. And I thought to myself, well, maybe what would be perfect for Kalos? And I'm thinking, well, fashion. I don't know, something about wacky fashion, which is this isn't
Holy
even like
shit.
this is a fashion show. Fashion shows are just art shows. They're not that this is what the new kind of fashion is supposed to be. No, these are just how people like expressing their creativity, and it made me really think about how art is often thought of as, oh, it's so weird, or like the artists don't even know what we really want. My trope, the eccentric
Okay,
artist or
okay.
the misunderstood artist, is, you know, hey, people who think about art, they think about like Renaissance, they think about the Mona Lisa, they think about Eurocentric art, and they think that everything that
European
is,
heavy.
you know, weird and different, maybe even stuff like, you know, Frida Kahlo. When I showed off Frida Kahlo and when I came to America, it was just kind of like, her art is like
Even
so
like
weird.
Salvador
And, like,
Dali?
sure, it's supposed to be weird. It is weird. It's good that it's weird. That made me think about, okay, well, I will come up with someone who's probably like international, who has family in the African continent. You know, she brought over Okapi paste. Okapi paste is not a Kalos original, but you know, Okapi paste is endangered, and you know, there is a breeding program. There is programs for conservation. She would probably show off the sort of tree hugger trope, the punk, the rebel. Her name is Minnie. She is a dark type gym leader
Dog type.
for Southern Kalos.
Love her. She's so cool.
Oh wow! And
No,
you
I
made
like it as
extra
well.
for art. That's crazy. It's really good art. Like I would get that.
Her ace is Okapi Paste, of course. She's got Lipard, Absol, Malamar, and Bruxish, who is psychic and water type. But you know, because Bruxish is cool, has some dark type
Yes.
moves, and is also kind of misunderstood. All of these, like the dark type is misunderstood. It is unorthodox. It is surreal. She like
I mean, out of all those dog types, the only one that's really mistreated is Absol, because it's known as a disaster Pokemon, but it appeals to warn people before a disaster strikes the place. Yet no one understands that. They always think it caused the disaster just by being there.
likes dark type Pokemon because they are inspirational. They are Pokemon with like super amazing intricate patterns, because some of them are predatory Pokemon that have to blend in with the shadows. Some of them like show off their patterns. Some of them are just not well liked by people, but for such silly reasons. And her art is indicative of that. Is a lot about shape. It's a lot about like how she feels, emotion. She might not only be a gym leader, because I do have Palmier Academy. Maybe she's an art teacher. It could be possible.
It is
But-
very possible.
And I think the final
Art
thing I
and-
wanted to say, which
It would be like Miss Ryman Time from, well, Scarlet and Violet. One sister is a rap artist and a gym leader. The other one is a teacher in school.
was very rushed, but I thought to myself, okay, it's Southern Kalos. What if, you know, it could mega
Of
evolve.
course,
Yeah.
You
Mega.
gotta
Look
do
at that.
it.
It has an ability called Shadow Play, and I have some notes about that. So it's both intimidate and also like you attack it and you get intimidated again, because you know it can. It is a very intimidating Pokemon,
I
and the Mega
like
Evolution
it.
is that the Shadow is completely separate. It is acting like it is mimicking its the original body. It can its attack power is doubled, because you know there's two of them. I thought it would have like a form of parental bond, but that would be too much.
I mean,
And-
it's basically
Maybe a
that.
pinch.
Yeah.
People loved it. I love it, man. Art, not just the binky. I think that it's great. I love how you married the animal pattern to the houndstooth of her pants.
What'd you say the design on the pants were?
Oh yeah.
It's houndstooth. It's a type of
Houndstooth.
that pattern is called houndstooth.
Where do you even learn this kind of stuff?
I studied in Southern Kalos actually. So
I'll be honest, I only know of the Houndstooth pattern because of Paradise PD. I know. It's not the best place to learn about art, but come on. Let's just move on, people. Don't laugh at me. Come on.
I learned it right there. It's not like, oh, she's dark because she's evil, so that's why she's the evil gym leader. She's like, no, I think that dark type Pokemon are neat, so that's why I use them.
I'm a big fan of all the really bold patterns that you used with all of this. First of all, Okapi Paste is like a really perfect, excellent ace for her. I also big fan of like she clearly did not sacrifice her taste in fashion, but her going with like a monochromatic color palette so that her art still stands out amongst her. So
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
showcasing her
Clever
work,
idea.
I really love that.
She would probably have like a sculpture of Absol too.
I think Absol's
Oh,
art.
definitely.
I mean, if we want to get down to brass tacks, all Pokemon are art.
Of course.
True.
Yeah. Wow, so deep. It's so true. I'm literally always saying that.
That's my catchphrase. I say it all the time.
All the time. Like, I've said it 3 times on this call already.
Can you tell that there is? Like, can you tell what the paintings are?
Yes. Okay. Is it the Sea Viper or Liepard for the one on the right?
Top one is Bruxish.
Yep,
like,
even I can see
and
that
it's
one.
shiny.
I did not realize that there were things to recognize in those. That's super cool.
What else? Maybe there's other reference. Wait, is that Sneasler hair?
No, that was just
That's just a coincidence.
dark type hair. So that's it's like Night Slash, claws.
Yeah, but let me look at Sneasler for a
Oh,
second.
I see
Big
it.
fan, big
It
fan.
very much.
I
very
saw
much
what was going on with the hair, but I couldn't exactly tell what was going on with the hair.
looks like a gym leader. It honestly looks like Elite Four. Is that,
Oh, kinda, yeah.
is that a compliment? Is that a better compliment than a gym leader?
Ooh, Elite Four.
Like when you were making
Oh.
this design, you were like, I'm gonna make one of the best Pokemon designs, or it just so happened to end up like that.
It just so happened to. It was like. I mean, I do have concept art. I mean,
'Cause-
if you guys.
I thought that was already the concept art.
And I had to
I
like
love
trace a
you.
holo copy just to like, cause drawing ungulates. Ugh, don't get me.
Yeah, the
started.
legs are
What's an
annoying.
ungulate?
That's really scary. It reminds me of like a bug, like that has that like as a defense mechanism. Like some bug probably has that. Like its tail just looks like a different animal and it just pops out.
And what?
Actually, he's right. That there are a lot of creatures out there.
One
that
more
have
thing,
the
it has cuttlefish eyes
double
because
tail.
it kind of reminds me of a cuttlefish.
double
Like,
tail.
Well,
That's what I meant.
It looks like an alien. It looks like an alien came on Earth and disguised itself as an animal, and it's just moving. Like that classic trope of like an alien, like the body constantly shifting because it's like
Yeah.
correcting itself to look more like a human. or
Sort of
something.
like Venom, the Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It is like that.
I don't want to say this, but like the Okapi that I made also has the kind of very similar concept. Like it's like
oops. Oh yeah, that's a copy paste, and that's a mini.
Not
Love it.
bad.
who's that?
Oh wait, I remember this one. Crap, it's been a bit. It was like a leaf, moth
Pokemon.
thing. I can't remember the name.
It's Leaf Flutter.
Leaf flutter down. I knew
I guess it's
recognized it.
June's turn.
Oh boy. So, you told us to base the character on our favorite tropes, and when it comes to tropes, there's only one that immediately comes to mind for me, because back in high school, I got into a very dramatic and very stupid argument with a friend over it, and that trope is
yeah?
I killed Gwen Stacy.
Explain,
Oh.
please. Oh wait, is literally what it sounds like?
It's what it sounds like. Yeah, it's literally when Gwen Stacy dies and Peter Parker is having to come to terms with like I can't save everyone, but like still feeling that like huge guilt, canon events, if you will.
Yeah,
Literally,
it is his
actually.
canon
But we got
event.
into this huge fight over it, and like that's when somebody says trope, that's what my mind goes to, because they refer to like there's even a trope about it. I'm like, what the does that mean?
Yeah, everything's
What
a
is the
trope.
trope?
Everything's a trope. But I did use other tropes to appease you, Ron, but my character is primarily based on this concept of feeling guilt over not being able to save someone and not really being able to let go.
Whoa!
Oh
boy
my
Apollo.
god.
Oh, Apollo. I was just about to point it out. Pokemon Professor. Sorry about that. Fire type gym leader specializing in fossils. Well, he's actually a dual fire ice gym. Oh, he's also a single father. Oh,
Unexpectedly very faithful to Pokemon's art style.
you know what? I love
He
the
is a
guy.
single
He's even better
dad
than
because
Sen-
his wife
Sorry.
died either during or shortly after childbirth. Before his wife died, he was already the fire type gym leader, and after she died, he got like absolutely lost in the sauce of not letting things go. He became a Pokemon professor and started studying fossils because of this desire for resurrection. He's super close
Resurrection.
with his daughter.
Good luck.
It's always bring your daughter to work day. She does everything with him,
Aw.
including running the gym. So he changed his fire type gym into being a dual fire and ice type gym.
Oh my god.
I like it.
So his daughter
Oh,
is
look at
Aloe. Both because Aloe soothes burns. She soothes his fiery soul. Also because succulents can be propagated. You
And
don't
look, always carries bone heals. I like that.
have to lose them. You can like cut a little piece off and
Oh,
plant
yeah.
it somewhere else and it keeps growing.
I
super
forgot
proud
that
of
our
that
names
name.
have also meanings. Can we quickly go back? No. Virgo,
Just
does yours have
do
a
a
reason
quick
for your
cut.
name? No.
Yes. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Minnie is because I.
A mouse.
No.
Well, she is black and white.
Oh, Clivia minitia. It is the bush lily. It is a flower from the African continent.
Samson is from the Hebrew Shimshon, which also first like the biblical Samson, he was like a strong man, and this guy's like the most intimidating and tallest of the gym leaders. But also Shimshon comes from the word Shemesh, which means sun, which is very much heat.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So we both named our gym leaders after the sun.
True. Yeah. Wow.
Apparently.
Most of my tropes came into play between the two of them, and I can only remember two off the top of my head. I'm sure there were more, but I only remember the two. I love a good parent-child duo, and I love a fire and ice dynamic.
She looks like a pre-evolved version of Apollo.
And it does.
Good, that was intentional. She's his little mini-me.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Aw.
he's the super silly to her kind of stoic. She's very small and very young, and she thinks she's like super smart, but she's not. If you correct her
Aw.
on something, even if it's like very gentle parenting, she'll get like really embarrassed and like start digging in the dirt and pretending that she didn't hear you and that she's not trying to cry. They really are
Aw.
like partners in crime. I wrote it on the top one, I think, but like they just do everything together.
Yes.
He brings her with him everywhere. They run the gym together. She is a
So
pretty capable
cute.
gym leader herself.
Oh.
She loves being at not the office. It's not an office. The lab with him. She loves studying the fossils. She loves the fossils. Both of their ace Pokemon are actually fossils.
First, I like how her hair is kind of like frigid looking, like icicles when she's not when it's not stylized.
Thank you.
Also, yeah, technically their relationship is also a trope. Like it's kind of like Bonnie and Clement in Generation 6, where it's like you come to the gym and you see the little one and you're like, oh, who's this thing? And they very
who's
competently run the gym. I just love competent children in like media. It's hilarious.
Me when I see a child who
It's also good when they have a parent that's a bit more silly and goofy.
is this thing? I
You're better.
love your command of posing and shape language in general, and how you, because
Thank
I
you.
have unashamedly, like I was like, oh, who's Jude? Because when we were told that we were gonna collab together, I was like, I better like look up her channel, and I'm really bad at doing that. So I'll be like, I'll watch like 3 seconds of a video, and then I watch your whole channel. And
Aw,
I'm a massive
thank
fan.
you.
And it is so insane to me
That's gonna be a
how
big
I
backlog.
recognize so much of like your own brushwork, your own character design, and how quickly and masterfully you have adapted it to the Pokemon shape language, the Pokemon design ethos. It's so sick. It's so fun. It feels both really you and really Pokemon. Like,
You're gonna make me cry. What the heck?
okay, cry then.
I can't wait to see
Cry,
what
baby.
the fossil
Nowadays, you have
are.
multiple artists who have their own signature style in like at Game Freak. So like when they design a character and you see their concept art, like the characters look like they're designed by different by different artists. So this really looks like you were at Game Freak, and they told you, yeah, make it look like a Pokemon character, but it still has your style.
I will be the one to leak Gen 10.
Love that the little girl
Ten.
fly on the big
Okay.
moth. Love that her hair's stupid. I'm a big fan of everything here.
I love Aloe because again, like she's
It
so
is
serious
good.
and she's like able to like be on a moth. like that's such a fantastical thing, but she's so
'Cause she's
serious
tiny.
on a moth.
She's just that small. So here's the first sheet of their teams.
Oh, wow.
And forgive the art. I wanted to clean it up a bit more. I've just not had time. My schedule's been f***ing insane lately.
Wait, so
But
Okay, so the fossil ones are the ones that actually have the text written about them.
are both of the Fakemon ice, or one is like ice fire,
No.
or the
So
rock ice?
the
Rock ice.
frog-
Rock fire. Sorry.
The frog
Yeah, this one over here is a rock or ghost type, and the one over here is ice and grass.
over on the right is an ice grass type. Because this is like all of these were
It's based off the wood frog, isn't it? Because that's like the only amphibian creature that's known to freeze itself during winter and thaw perfectly fine and healthy in the spring.
based on the idea of resurrection. So like I just like started throwing things that suited the theme onto these Fakemon, and I'm like, I'm just gonna make it work. I don't care if it's too much. I'm just gonna make it work. So he's based on a wood frog, the
Got it.
kind that they can freeze,
yes.
can be completely frozen and still resurrect at the end of the winter when they defrost. His fossil is petrified wood because wood frog. I tried to make the inside of his mouth look kind of like the rings of the tree like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
It's
saw
good.
those in real
I
life.
like it.
Kind of based off of
Love
I think it's called a Beelzebufo. It's a prehistoric frog.
know
Yeah,
that
devil
one.
frog.
Big frog.
They got big mouths, big guys. It's that inspiration's really only there because to make it a fossil, but also he got his little icicle horns from the devil frog aspect. And I've worked very hard on these abilities and move pools. I think fighting these
is
guys
good.
in the game would be a little bit of a nightmare. But I think it's fun that way. I think people would have fun doing like insane Nuzlocke against them, do a little Kaizo against them.
Exactly.
So its ability is cryobiology. So if any contact is made with it, you might get frozen, and that is
Ooh,
matched
not
with
bad.
its signature move, cryostasis. So it can basically protect, but when it uses protect, its special defense and its defense go up by 1 stage.
Oh.
And then
good.
Apollo's
Very good.
Ace, this fossil Pokemon, it's not really from a fossil, it's from ashes. Yeah, it's a phoenix. It's based on a peacock and a velociraptor. If it faints during that,
Oh, now the previous evolution's form makes sense. It's Charkotl, a play on both like charcoal and. God, crap! My brain just crapped on me. I'm sorry.
battle, its ability, I did not put its ability in there. What did I name it? It will resurrect with half HP and become a fire ghost type.
Oh my
Yeah, there's the fire
The second
type.
form only lasts until it faints one more time. You basically just have to kill it.
hold on. Look at the art. Hold on. Okay, right here, it's perfectly fine, perfectly normal. But then it dies, it faints, and now that Volcarona in the back is like, oh lord, it's on me.
Twice. For that reason, I'm sure it would probably take up like 2 spots in the party, but they only have 4 Pokemon on their team anyway, so it works out.
It's the final boss Pokemon.
I like it.
You had fun.
I
with
love
this.
that Volcarona is upset. It looks so sick.
This one's just art that I did of him on my own time. My silly baby girl.
Oh my god, he is so baby girl. Oh,
I like him.
oh,
Oh yeah.
he would literally be shipped with so many people.
I do love the trope of like goofy parent and serious child.
Yeah, it's fun.
If you look at some of the beginning of my concept art, first of all, we start with some very funny me trying to figure out fire hair, because like I feel like that was the biggest thing I wanted to nail with these
Personality
designs,
swap.
was like they had to look like I don't know, Pokemon has crazy hair, but yeah, they had swapped personalities at first, and
Yeah.
that lasted
Really?
up until I actually drew Apollo's face for the first time, and it's the page right after like these full body aloes, and I'm like, no, he's silly. This guy's silly. But also, I certainly already have a character that's a single dad with silly daughter, so I'm like, maybe just for the sake of separating them, I'll swap them.
Sorry, I saw the peacock and I had to. it
I
was
had so much fun drawing
Random
peacocks.
peacock.
There's
God,
dinosaurs
I-
for you down there. Yeah. Were you going for the Swan Lake thing that they do on like the thing that where there's like 2 wings on the side of the head for his hair? Is that like because I
swan?
you know what I'm
No,
talking about?
they're supposed to look like Greek laurels.
Oh, I see it.
Makes sense.
So it looks like that, but
Oh.
also it's supposed to look a little bit like the sun. So like 2 birds, 1 stone.
Good.
I see it. And the bird is a peacock raptor, actually. And that's
Yes.
yeah,
It's
the
and
bird
it's
and a
also the stone. Yeah. Who are these hotties?
They're 3 best friends. They're the best friends ever.
They hate each
Friend.
other.
Maybe a little bit.
Just like real best friends.
Are you really best friends if you don't hate each other a little bit?
This is very Aether Foundation. Now that I realize it.
Is
Definitely went to Aether Foundation
yeah.
for some of the inspiration
A lot
for
of white
his
and gold.
lab coat. I go back to Aether Foundation for inspiration with clothes all the
Yeah.
time. Aether Foundation
It's
did
so.
it fucking right, dude.
It's the best thing. You'll see.
I'm excited to see. What if you showed us?
What if I did? No
What if
balls.
you did?
Is it time?
Do it,
Do
up,
it,
no
you all.
balls.
Is it time?
Pointy hat, is it time?
I think it's time.
Yeah,
It's time.
here we go.
Let's go.
Pointy hat. to the
Okay, so I'm gonna hit you with the 1-2.
win. Okay, not the win, but still.
I'm gonna make it fast because it's a lot to get through.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with the tropes. The tropes I chose, the 2 big tropes, are gonna be found family and redemption arcs. Those are my 2. I feel like
Ooh.
everyone knows
Yeah,
those
everybody
2,
loves that.
Sounds
right?
a lot more like
Zuko?
Hostel.
So I'm not gonna say how I'm doing them. I'm just gonna see if you guys can figure out what I'm cooking. Let me see.
Oh!
That's Cosette.
Ooh.
Oh
Cosette
my
the
gosh.
clown. She is fairy type. She's a fairy type gym leader.
Oh,
100%
okay.
based in the Paldea region. Even if she's like a fairy type gym leader, she has like sort of like a very fiery personality. I wanted to do anime
Luffy coded. I love that.
a boy protagonist, like the Luffy, the Naruto, the Goku. You never see that with female characters, ever.
Oh,
You never
yes,
get that.
yes. Good
So
job.
is she the smartest? No. And you know what? I relate to that. And
We love him a little dumb.
she doesn't think that much, but she's got a good heart. She's very much like leader coded. She's very Luffy coded. I went for like,
Very buggy coated.
yeah, kind of like with the blue. I
Yes.
think it's a blue nose. My favorite things are like pirates and clowns, and it's because
Did we do?
this was.
Did we 3 of us do fire?
This is not fire.
Yeah, it's fairy type.
Oh,
very-
okay. I'm
He
like,
said it was
Okay.
very
But it's
tight,
interesting,
man.
isn't it? It's
Very
interesting that you
tight,
thought
Ron.
that.
Was it perhaps intentional?
Maybe, perhaps.
did she burn down her orphanage and that's
Oh,
she goes on
no.
a redemption arc? He said redemption arc, so I'm thinking.
Does she have a blacephalon?
Hold on, guys.
She a fallen?
Second. What's that?
Oh.
What's that? What's that on top of her head? What? What's that? Oh my
guy.
god!
It's
It's
also
the guy.
guy.
Who's that? Wait, it's Pierrot. Or should I say Fiero or Fiero? Haven't decided. Comment below.
Okay, I can tell this is meant to be like a play on like those old-fashioned clowns, from like Max Fleischer. I can't remember the guy's name.
That's him. He is him. He is the man, the only. He is.
That's the guy.
Yeah, that's him.
That's amazing.
He is her ace, clowning around, if you will. Oh my god, I'm doing the worst position in the world. Anyway, that's what he does. He is silly and goofy. I love to draw Pokemon, thinking up especially like how they move. I love that. I say I love to draw Pokemon. I've drawn 4, but my take on this one is I love Pokemon that everyone hates. I love humanoid Pokemon the most. I love the ones that look uncomfortably like people. I love the ones that everyone thinks are ugly. I end up always liking those. And this one
This
was
guy
like, what
is
if I did
not
what I
ugly.
have in my heart? So Fiero or Fiero is like the prototypical clown. It was very important to me to not fall into Mr. Mime territory, not because I don't like Mr. Mime. I love Mr. Mime. He's my favorite Gen 1 of all time. But I wanted to
You're one
make
of
it
the
feel
only.
more clowny. I don't like that Mr. Mime is like 17,000 circus concepts at once. Like it's a mime, but it doesn't look like a mime. It's also a clown. It's also like, it's insane. I don't like it. Fiero loves performing so
Ringmaster.
much that he tends to start wildfires and just
Gallopole.
uncontrolled fires on his own. So the only people that keep him are pyrotechnics and arsonists. Instead of like launching his massive fireball like a cool Pokemon would, he like runs towards you and trips on purpose to launch it towards you. If he ran out of like fireballs, he would
funny.
like just pick up his nose and throw it at you, which I think is very funny. Like the visual of that. To charge up the fireball on the top of his hat, he like blows on his thumb, and like the fireball grows stronger. And he has a
That's a
sick
classic,
ability, I
like,
think. I think that this is not
punch and throw.
overpowered. I would love for the comments to like call my mom names if it is. It's called Juggler. His ability is that he basically is always carrying a loaded dice without, of course, carrying the object. So any moves that are like, oh, it hits 2 to 5 times, it always hits between 4 or 5 times because he's a juggler. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
good.
it makes
I love,
sense.
like, one of my favorite tropes is just like a whimsical little creature. So I
Yeah.
do love that.
Now, I've talked a bunch. I've yapped plenty. But how is this Found Family? How is this Redemption Arc?
Did you draw
please
every
go on.
character in the circus?
I would love for you to guess why those tropes are there before I reveal it to you. Can you guys guess? If you look at her, it's on her design. It's not on Pharaoh.
Was she like a bad guy? Oh wait, was
She from Team Flare?
Wow. Guys.
Oh yeah, because if you look at our jacket, it does have like the signature spikes of the Team Flip. Oh, damn, these guys are good at spotting out the little details. It would have taken me a while to guess that.
Oh my god.
I'd know Team Flare anywhere.
Incredible guess. Every member of this circuit.
Oh shit!
Oh my gosh.
Hello?
every member of this circus, which is called...
But Kalos again?
Yeah, like, you kept saying thing. Everyone said a thing that I was using. You'll see. This is called the Mulligan Troop. Mulligan is a word for second chances.
Oh.
Are prior grunts, not high ups, just grunts that you mow through in games of previous villain teams. So, cause
Okay, hold on. Before he reveals it, I'm gonna guess this one is from Team Aqua because of the build. This one, and maybe Team Magma. He's kind of small. This one, it's gotta be Team Aqua. It looks like it would have the kind of aquatic trope. But wait, then what would this guy be? Because I said he'd be Aqua. Oh crap! I got nothing.
Zette, that's why she has a French name, is previous Team Flare grunt who firmly believed in Lysandra's vision, because as I said, she's not very smart, and she was like, yes, the world should be more beautiful.
Me too, girl.
How? Who cares? Very her. And then she saw her found family, the family she found in Team Flare, basically destroyed when the Team Flare base blows up. It's insane that happens in that game. That's crazy. But anyway, you can see that anime moment on the left as like the Team Flare base like is destroyed. You can see her having like all her ducks in a row on the right, but she used to be a Team Flare grunt until she found her way to the Paldea region and turned a new leaf and basically started the Mulligan Troop. I
like
couldn't
it.
do Found Family without doing more than one guy.
The family.
And you gotta understand
God
that.
damn it.
So that's where the Found Family comes in, and that's where the redemption arc comes in. So let's meet the second member of our troop.
Oh, hey! Wow, I was actually right. This guy is Team Aqua. I don't know how I was right, but weirdly, I like this guy, and I can tell the other trope he is meant to be like the strong man. But look at this, like, no build, soul patch, down on his luck. Now he looks like a grandpa.
Tomu is the strong
Oh, middle-aged dad, however you want to say it.
man of the group. He is a former Team Aqua member who experienced the most severe case of twink death. He was like
What?
very. My canon is that he was like really impressed by Maxi and like Admin Matt, like the two very buff guys of Team Aqua, and started to like really cultivate his body, and that's how he got big. But yeah, he is the brains of the group. He is the most level-headed out of the four, just because I think that that's funny if he's like also the brawl and the brains. But
Okay. Oh, sorry. I totally forgot that that's also the trope that was put into Samson. But also, yeah, I love that trope. That's why I love brains and brawn in one guy.
yeah, I like it too. However, he is like the
Keep going.
closest to being more attached to his former life, and Tinkaton agrees. Tinkaton is a bad influence on this man. And
Swing the
let's move
hammer.
on to Alana. Whoa, where does she come from?
Oh, I
Can you
like
guess?
her.
Aether Foundation. Oh, I love her. I love her.
Hey, nice.
That's her. Alana is a
I
resume
like it.
also a Hawaiian name. Did you know? I found out yesterday when I was naming them. But yeah, Alana is a scientist. You know how when you find the scientists with the cool helmets?
Yeah, she's one of those.
Yeah, she's one of those. Exactly.
Lower decks and lower levels.
She was colleagues with Burnett and Fennel. She like basically right after college went into the Aether Foundation and was just like fully, completely committed to science. But she basically had this life crisis where like science basically failed her, and
blown her out.
she was tricked completely into putting all of her like academic mind into something completely wrong, and she basically pivoted so hard that she went completely like new age medium, like believes in magic vibes. So it's former
Crystal.
scientist, current
Just a
ESP practitioner. And I think that that's fun. I don't know. I love the idea of her being a massive crybaby. Harurin can't stand it. So
Oh,
she's like,
yeah.
aw, and then she like has a sort of like Victory Bell James situation where she would just punt to the other end of the room if she starts crying, because Harurin is really bad at comforting people
Like, you need to stop crying. Smack!
because they don't like strong
Damn,
emotions.
Katarina.
But she's such a crybaby, and that's Alana.
One more.
Who
Give me
is
the
it?
small
Who's the
one.
little kid?
Gives to be the creature.
Well,
Oh, and he's from Team Store. Oh. Alright.
welcome. Oh, I guess sorry.
Oh,
we'll
he drops
have-
out, I guess.
Early.
I drop out one. Me?
No,
No,
this character
the-
does
yeah.
not stay in school.
This one is Tino, and Tino comes from the Paldea region because it's my favorite one, and I wanted to do it, and it wasn't enough for that gym, for this gym to happen in the Paldea region. I wanted someone from Team Star. He's from Team Star. He joined like 5 minutes before you destroyed them. I think that's funny.
It's like, yeah, Team Star.
But he
What
was
do
a
you mean we're gone?
massive fan of the Team Star leaders, so he fashioned his clown outfit after them.
Aww.
So it's like the drip pattern from Atticus. He has like the hair shape from Giacomo and like a bunch of other signifiers of different Team Stars. He is
I like
fantastic friends with Cosette because they match each other freak, which is bad.
They're clowns. Is somebody gonna match my squeak?
Oh my god,
That was the smartest
Oh,
thing I ever
this is
heard.
good.
that was incredible.
This is a good
I took it
episode.
from a mouse meme. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna ask. I'm like,
I'm not that-
just
I'm not that
come up
fast.
with that?
That
No,
was
no, no.
incredible. No. They came up with that. They came up with that actually right now.
I'm just that good.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
Exactly.
spot.
Wait, guys. Wait. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Wait, guys. What's that? What's that?
What's that?
What's
real?
that?
What the heck?
Guys,
What's
what
that?
is that?
Huh.
Guys, I think that's Clowndoll, the pre-evolution for Fyro from Cloud and Kindle.
That's like the baby Prevo that we see like a generation later that they reveal like slowly before the generation. ends.
Nice.
I like him better.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little
That's a
A.
mind
I
genius.
drew him and I was like, wow, the peak male form. I drew him and I was like, there he is. He's the man.
It's a ball.
You may not like it, men, but this is what
Yeah.
peak male physical performance looks like.
It does. He is extremely fast. He's actually faster than his regular form, and he has some
Oh.
uses in for like actual play, like playing them. Here is their shiny. I wanted them to look more fairy type.
Ooh, got some cotton candy vibes in there too. Cotton candy for the
Candy, cotton
circus.
candy.
So I guess we have two beta forms in this episode because that kind of looks like Beta Mime Jr.
For nerds and stuff, I made this. This is their entire
Whoa,
team.
Thank you.
Basically,
shit.
they are super based on the Winstrade family, so you fight all of them. But the cool part of this is that it's 4 trainers. That means 4 opportunities for them to use a potion to mess you up. So I
one
thought that
gym?
was
Okay.
yeah. It's what like so
Oh, I didn't
like the
even realize they're
Winstrade
all
family.
fairy type.
Yeah, they're all fairy type. Yeah, so like each of them, you fight each of them in succession. It's 5 Pokemon, but it's 4 opportunities for a potion to be used. And when you get to Cosette, she gets you in a double battle. Clowndoll has a new move called Scorch Earth. It's basically like Toxic Spikes, but for burns, which is pretty bad. So that's why Clowndoll is still in that thing. He's holding an Eviolite, and he will start his turn with his massive speed, setting that up and making you have a very bad time. Then you go through a Tinkaton in case you
Nice.
thought like poison types would get you in. Then you go through Hatterene, same with poison types. And then you get into 1-2 combo of Dash Bun, which get it, Clown, Pie Dog, makes sense. And
Well, Red
Fyro,
Dog, but
Lava
close
Plume,
enough.
like it's
It's
like
a
that
pastry.
thing that hits your enemies and your friend. Well, big body, baby. That's part of the strat. And yeah, basically double battle at the end, double whammy.
Because I guess you really are a huge Pokemon geek, and you just don't have the opportunity to do it on your channel. So this is
I just
that's
never
why
do
you
it
like
on my
being
channel.
here.
Don't
And let's-
come to my channel
And lets the hat be open.
waiting for Pokemon. You'll be sorely disappointed. But my mom thinks I'm very funny. Come check me out. If you like Pokemon strats, you can look at it. And this is
Full
the Mulligan
family.
Troop all together. That's what they look like.
Wow.
Nice.
The correct call, Ron. This is ending very strong. This
I
is
thought it was
hell
gonna be
yeah.
rude to say that, but like the order, I knew I already knew this for 2 weeks. That was gonna be the order. Like,
No, yeah.
I think all of us were actually like pretty strong. Pointy Hat like definitely ended with like the most humans.
I won because most human. That's how you win the game. Is you draw a lot of people. No, I'm kidding.
Damn it.
Human.
Damn it.
Drew too
You're
many
not aliens.
peacocks. Did you know that your clowns look like cotton candy? Did you know that?
Well, they taste like cotton candy. I've done a lot of
Oh.
research on
You can eat
clowns in real life, and I can.
Oh, you dog. But thank you guys for being here. This is again, this is probably the most work done for any collab I've ever done. Like I've never asked people to do so much work, and then they did 10 times the work I've asked for them. So thank you for even honoring me with that.
You're welcome.
Even I have to say, this was an amazing video and such amazing art. It would be impossible to pick a single one out as the best of the best. Alright everyone, well that's going to be the end of today's video, and I hope you all enjoyed this moment to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see all of y'all next time when we flick back on. Till then, this is Fox, signing out, peace.